Alright, so I'm going to try to keep this ramble short because I'm a bit scatterbrained because I've had very little sleep. I've been up for, since yesterday because the DMCA got to me. I knew what to do. It's wonderful, to have been around for so long and seen what everyone else did, and be ready for something like this. But when it happened, it was like drinking a whole thermos of coffee, and then here I am crashing. And the sun's out. And I'm kind of pissed that I let myself have my whole day eaten up by dealing with the DMCA. In fact, I wrote an article about it in the first person, and I have this thing from an old journalism class, like in my head in the back, in the far recesses, and it says, "Don't ever become the story, just cover it," I think that was from a creative nonfiction class. How close to the edge you're supposed to get before you are the story. And for eating up my day, I'm going to give myself this one time that I wrote in the first person about myself in an article because they ate up my day. And if they didn't like the little bit of bad press that they got from the debunking that Brian and Baxter gave them, they shouldn't have fucked with someone who can give them worse press. And I figure that when a paranormal group tries to cover their tracks by doing more illegal things like filing false copyright claims, that's news. And when that paranormal group is in my city, I'm a local writer, and it falls under the purview of my column, I don't like that. I don't like that I wrote in the first person, but it had to be done. So I will put a link in the description to that. But you all already know everything about that. There's nothing new in it. I wrote down a few things to say so I can get through this. Okay, so yeah, I've been keeping a list of people that mirrored my video yesterday to help me out, and I can't stay up to see if some of my good friends, my closer friends, are going to be doing things for me because I am that drained right now. So I'm going to go to sleep, and I have to get some sleep because tonight there is a Roy Zimmerman concert. If you don't know who Roy Zimmerman is, he has a YouTube channel, makes awesome music. Check him out. Yeah, and that will be in a Unitarian church. So that'll be a little odd for me. I'm going to church tonight. So yeah, I'm going to keep this list in case, because it hasn't been even a whole day since this happened. And I know I don't want to miss anyone when I make my thank you to everyone. So thanks to those who have mirrored my stuff so far, and thanks to people who have given me shout outs and everything. Chthonius, CHTHONIOS, He did a particularly funny one that made me laugh through, in the middle of all of this stuff, and that really helped me out. If you're gonna go check out his channel, beware that just if you're an American, think back to the times when you used to watch DuckTales as a kid, and put on your Scrooge McDuck filter so that you can understand what he's saying. And one more thing that I wanna talk about. Well, I have two because I wrote something on the back. Damn. Okay. First thing, this guy named Juan Duspiorez. I think it's Hez. It might be Rez. The number one Duspiores, but it's Portuguese. And I didn't know what this guy was by reading his comment to me. He responded to me telling someone thank you on their mirror, and he writes like Jar Jar Binks. I was like, are you Jamaican or something? But after I deciphered what he wrote, it was also just one of these moments through all of this that made me laugh. And it was, it was a good break from just being so angry over this copyright claim. So I'm going to read you this, but I had to write it out in English proper so that I can, he had very bad grammar. Anyways, here goes. From Juan Duspiorez. They will get what they deserve. For me, normal is paranormal. Don't know else. Little con artists are good ghost hunters for sure. Love when they listen to some noise, not on the script, and freak the fuck out. Can't believe a judge will believe a ghost hunter. Ha ha ha. Who they gonna call? Good lawyer! And I picked up my Ghostbusters 2 patch. I was like, dan, 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 dan. Good lawyer! So, now, the last thing I want to talk about. I'll start way back when, around 2000, when I got diagnosed with my hypothyroidism and had to start taking pills for the rest of my life. Before I got my pills, people would talk to me and ask me questions, and I had a very hard time responding in a timely manner. And I was in the Army at the time, and there was this commercial that you would see on Armed Forces Network where the commercial was for a better phone card, right? And apparently their connection to the U.S. from other countries was better than other phone card companies. And they would make fun of the other phone card companies by having two people on the phone, and then one would like ask a question and then not get an answer, and then freak the fuck out when they didn't get an answer, and then like they get the answer finally like half a minute later because it's all like time delayed, and then everything they said. Yes, what is it? Come here. You have interrupted me for the last time. Ha ha ha. I got you. You don't want to watch that. Rawr. Come here. Rawr.
I'm gonna puke.
You gonna puke?
Mm-mm.
Rawr. Look at you. You can see yourself. Yeah. Time for... Ooh, they have girl cartoons on now, right there, don't they? No, that's a ninja. And that's Sonic. Alright, if you watched all of that, then you are a trooper. Where was I? Okay. I was talking about phone cards and how I would get made fun of before I got my Synthroid medication for my thyroid condition. Some of my fellow soldiers would make fun of me, like this commercial where guy would talk for like 30 seconds without hearing an answer overseas, and he'd be freaking the fuck out because he didn't get, an answer to his first question, and then he'd get an answer, and then all of his freak out was about to hit the person on the other side. So it was a commercial that my coworkers were using to make fun of me because that's how I would answer them. They would ask me a question and I would hear it, but it would take a little while to process, and like my eyes would be fixed on them as if nothing was wrong, like and then I would answer, and it was just a long time to answer all their questions, and they started to make fun of me for it. And it was getting worse and worse, and that was because my condition was getting worse and worse, and I didn't know it. And this went on for a couple months, until I finally got diagnosed, when all of my problems came to a head. But with medication, I'm perfectly normal now. But I still remember being that way. And I remember how it felt to know that I had been better than that. And it's a scary thought to think about that one part of my life where I didn't know what was wrong. And I think it weighs greatly on my ability to have certain friendships with people where sometimes people are socially awkward. Right now, popping into my mind would be, I get a different feeling watching my friend Chris, Violently Graceful's videos, because I don't see him as socially awkward as a couple of people have told me. Like, he's really serious and studious about his videos, and I've joked with him about, never having an unmade bed behind him in videos, and, is there a dead body in his closet because the closet doors are always shut. It's like everything is perfect behind him, and we've joked, but like I don't think that there's anything wrong with Violently Graceful or the Ann Mish, and she has probably come a long way from what she is describing in some of her videos about how she was as a child with autism. And having once been a little bit off, I have a little bit of a greater tolerance and appreciation for the fact that there's different people out there. I ran a blog TV once where I co-hosted Super Smash 43, and he told me in my own blog TV to put my hand up like this when I wanted to talk. And the entire crowd, the entire audience was like, that's really awkward and funny for the co-host to tell the host, wait his turn to talk and put your hand up like that to the screen. But, that's just a little quirk that he had that day, and he has a few sometimes, but I just don't see him for the quirks. Now, what I'm getting at here is one of my quirks that I still have is that I obsessively check every person who subscribes to me. And because of this DMCA that I just got, I've had a couple people subscribe to me. And one of them in particular, his name is GingerAtheist. And he really does have bright red hair. And on his channel page, there's actually flames, And I have to imagine that has something to do with his hair. His latest video, and I will put a link to his video on top of everything else that I put in this description box. I watched the video, and he was a little bit awkward, And watching this video front to back, I just wanted to say to people who are subscribed to me, please watch his video, and you don't have to subscribe him on my word. What I'm asking is, if you can deal with his particular awkwardness, please reach out to him. He says in his video that he doesn't have a lot of friends, and he was very put off by being blocked by Federalist Films. I'm not saying anything bad about Federalist Films for blocking him, but he's quite emotionally distraught over this, and sometimes you just have to find a network of people that can deal with you for who you are, and this is a shout out for Ginger Atheist. Okay, please check him out and see if you can watch videos from someone with his particular awkwardness. I can, and I will be watching him. I just subscribe to him, and I will be checking out all the other people who subscribe to me when I wake up, and probably after the Roy Zimmerman concert. Yay! So, yeah. Until next time that I decide to ramble, vlog-ish, whatever.